7 gymnasts to go. So Yuna Dauphiné, 8th in the World Championships last year. The 3rd highest qualifier here. A gymnast not to be ruled out of medals.
Now, Dauphiné has a huge bar routine, capable of great things, but also mistakes. There, the forward element that she has to have in, straight up into this full pirouette, and that is just so typical. Goes for broke, wrong way on the full pirouette, up into the beautiful Stolder Kachev, smoothly down to the low bar, smoothly up to the high bar, really moves from one to the other with ease. Now, watch for this. The Ginga somersault, quite close. She came to grief in the previous competition, but that was smoothly done. Really winds up well, and the lovely double straight really holds the shape right to the end.
What a shame. I mean, Beth, you kind of reacted to that before it happened. You could see that coming. What went wrong?
You can see, and she'll know when she's doing the turn that it wasn't quite right, but like Chris said, she was going for broke. She knew that she had one of the most difficult routines, and if it hit perfectly, she could walk away with the title. So I probably would have played a little bit more safe and maybe just gone to go over the bar, especially because for the past 2 competitions in this competition, she hasn't been able to go from beginning to end without a mistake.
Yeah.
You get a deduction if you turn late. So if you do the turn and finish after handstand, you get a deduction. So she went to finish bang in handstand, but of course the tolerance is tiny, isn't it, Beth?
It is half of a fraction of a second and you're totally off, and it just messes up the whole dynamic of the routine. But the fact that she got up and carried on, didn't actually fall off the apparatus. She had a really good dismount to land.
Thing is, if you have qualified in 3rd, do you go for broke? Or do you play it? So that's the thing, isn't it? It's hard.
Difficult. It depends whether she wanted the title or whether she just wanted a medal. I mean, I would have, if I was her, I probably would have just gone nice and safe and just got from A to B.
It's quite difficult as to where you work. If you work in the end, if you're one of the last gymnasts, you know, like for Ruby, she'll have seen everybody, whether she's got to go for broke or be safe. But this is second performer. She has to go for broke, really, in a way, doesn't she, Beth?
She does. Sometimes if you go at first, it's nice you get it over and done with.
14.066 for Dauphiné. It says second, but I don't think she'll stay there for long.
Unfortunately not. I mean, obviously her coach is consoling her there. He knows that she can do a lot better than that.
Well, we're going to talk about a rival of yours now. There we go. Victoria Komova, current world bars champion, golden bars at the Youth Olympics, all-round world silver medalist.
And she's a gymnast with lots of time on the apparatus. Lovely lift up to the high bar, back to the low bar. She seems to be able to give herself that extra little bit of time. Look how she floated. See the handstand, no doubt that was a handstand. She balanced there. Look, judges, lots of time in the air on the front somersault, the Jaeger somersault. Every handstand peaked. And, of course, a little bit of a split of the legs. And just a little loose there with the feet, giving a few tenths away. Each time past the low bar, but a huge dismount. And really, the first part of that routine was pretty faultless.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, tiny little deductions, but in general, I mean, that was a confident performance, Beth.
That was an amazing routine. I mean, obviously, she had a slight loss of leg form halfway through, but the handstands pretty much were holding and balancing, and that's what the judges are really looking for, especially when you've got someone of Komova's class and style. I mean, all the releases that she's doing, she's got flight in them. They've got no room to deduct there. That was a nice pack, straight arms when she's catching, and everything just looks so flowing and doesn't have to be jerky, which some gymnasts do make bars look. Again, the release, the coach has stood under just in case she falls off.
If you can be like this and just balance the handstand, it gives you a sort of breathing moment, doesn't it, Beth, to start again?
Especially because she's got the dismount at the end. She'll be tired after that difficult routine, and then she's got the 2 wind-up giants into that perfect dismount.
It's a massive 15.666. Komova goes ahead of Bui. If you were in this competition now, would you have been watching that routine, or would you have
No, if I'd gone up before her, you probably do watch the routine, but Ruby will have her head down. She'll be facing away from it. You don't tend to watch your competitors. You can't control what they do. You can only control your routine.
Seline Vanera from the Netherlands. She was 7th on bars last year's European Championships. 7th highest qualifier. But not a bad difficulty at 6.2, so she may up that slightly as well. We'll see.
Using a jump from the board to start, gets the routine going well. The pike in and out without touching the bar. Lovely and high. That's what the judges are looking for the somersaults to be high above the bar. Full pirouette just a little tiny bit late, but she's moving confidently. You don't want the routine to run out of steam. It needs to have as much energy at the end as at the beginning, and that's just what she did.
Yeah, had a good tempo.
Yeah, that routine was good from beginning to end. Obviously, she had the little step on dismount, which most of the other gymnasts have nailed their dismount. So it's just giving room for the judges to say, thank you very much, I'll take those points. But the rest of the routine, there wasn't much error. The good start with the 2 stoop-ins, and then obviously the nice high release and catch, straight arms to catch, which is what the judges will be looking for.
It seemed to be over quite quickly, that routine as well.
Yeah, it depends. You can literally connect every skill, which this gymnast has done throughout the routine, or you can add extra giants. The more elements you put in, the more tired you get, and the more room there is for deduction and saying, take the marks off me.
Yeah, much more efficient if you can. Do it quickly and succinctly. Build your difficulty.
She'll be happy with that routine, I think, though, so...
Yeah, I think Komova's done enough for now.
Well, Komova had a start value of 6.7, which is pretty massive. Not quite as much as Beth can manage, but...
No, but it is the highest in the final. And 14.633 for Vanera.
Puts her in 3rd.
Yeah. So Dauphiné is pushed outside of the medals. Performance from Vanera. Can she stay there? That's the question. Well, Lisa Hill, lit a rival really in this final. Was going to be Jordache, but she's pulled out. I think she only found out this morning that she was going to be in it, so let's see how she goes.
Sometimes that's the best, and that was a lovely handstand, bit of a split legs on the backswing, and just a little bit offline, but she's controlling it well into the somersault, the Ginger somersault. Another full pirouette. Now that was in handstand, wasn't it? Another good handstand position on the low bar. Keeps swinging, keeps the momentum going. Half turn. Another big Jaeger. This is plenty of work in this routine. And she turns right on top of the bar, winds up, 2 giants into the full twisting double back, and another very well landed dismount.
It's a good little final, this one, Beth.
It is. It's great to see everyone's going from beginning to end. She had the little bit of late turn in the middle, but everything else, can't complain. I'd be happy with that routine. I'm sure as a late arrival into this final as well, like you were saying, she will have just been confident just to go out and enjoy it. There's the toe on turn with the full, and she ends up in handstand, therefore has thinking time before the next. And again, the high release right at the end of the routine, which is difficult to do because by that time you are tired. And then the wind up into the full in back out, and just the smallest little step, but I think her coach will be happy with that routine.
Well, she needs over 14.633 if she wants to get up into the medals.
She came in with the lowest start value of all the competitors.
That's 14.425. So she's gone ahead of... Oh no, yes, she's gone ahead of Dauphiné. Yeah. Three gymnasts to go. Talia Keno from Ukraine, 17 years old. She didn't make the bars final last year.
The gymnasts from the Ukraine very often have beautiful technique. They are often a bit inconsistent, but she posted a 6.4 start value in qualifying. Lovely straight handstand, quickly into the pirouette, and the Stolder Kachev. She made the link well there. Down to the low bar, the Pak Salto. Back up to the high bar, just a little split of the legs, and a bit of a low backswing. But she's moving well. Oh, Kachev with the half turn into the front somersault. Very difficult combination. Really swinging well here. Lovely double front dismount. Oh, what a shame that she took the second step.
Well, she spotted a possible opening on the medal podium and absolutely went for it, Beth.
She went for broke on that routine. Every release had an arm length. Her coach was really happy with that. She made bar final a couple of years ago with me in Birmingham, and she medalled there. So she knows what it's like to be in the final. She's got the experience. There's the full turn into the Kachev with the half turn, straight into the Jaeger, which is such a difficult combination, especially so late on in her routine. And then this is just the other view of that Jaeger.
It's great to see some different work, actually, isn't it?
It's a very original bar routine, and the rest of the routines you can kind of see them before they've even started. You didn't know what was coming next with her.
It sort of had a similar style to your routines, really, that kind of dynamic mixed in with, you know, pure entertainment.
Lots of different releases, different ways of catching the bar, and it was just a shame at that dismount that her leg kind of gave way.
Well, she's gone into second with 15.133. Look at the difficulty, 6.7.
She must have missed a combination in the qualification to only have that 6.4, but she went for broke in finals. But obviously you can see Komova's happy. She's still in first, and I think that was her big threat. Although Krishna could come up with the goods.
Well, 2 gymnasts to go. Penultimate gymnast, Ruby Harrold from Great Britain. Just 15 years old. First year of senior Euros.
There with her coach Liz Kincaid moving the board. Hops into a huge Jaeger somersault. Lots of energy. Here we have the full pirouette. Down to the low bar, the Pak Salto. This is her original combination. Watch. Up to the high bar and back to the low bar with the full turn. Well negotiated. Very difficult. Now she has to make another half turn. She's made it. Really swinging well. Important that she makes this next half turn. Oh, Ruby. Wow, she went for the dismount, but she will have lost a bit of form at the top there.
Well, Beth, let me just tell you, Beth put a mic down there and she was living every single inch of that routine.
That was the hardest routine to watch, because obviously I'm normally stood next to the bars cheering her along, and I was just worried that I'd suddenly blurt something out, so I had to move the mic away. But there's the Pak, and then obviously Chris was saying this next combination, the Shat, straight into the Pak full turn, which I don't think many of the girls on the circuit at this moment in time are doing, and that is the one bit that sometimes she struggles with in training. And then here's the Shap again. Nice straight arms, and you can just see the concentration in her eyes. The whole time she'll be looking at that bar so that she can see exactly where she's going. Unfortunately, this is where it slightly went. The fact that she was able to go straight into the dismount shows how well she knows that dismount. It's a shame to have that at the end of the routine, but she'll be pleased to go with a clean routine. But
in your absence, she did Britain proud on the bar.
Oh, she did, yes.
Look at that for a score, 14.366. Ruby Harrold in 6th.
Oh, fabulous performance, and once that routine tidies up a little bit, it will be very competitive.
It will be. I mean, the fact that she made a European final shows how competitive she is already, and she's still only 15 years old.
The last gymnast to go, Anastasia Krishna, the second highest qualifier. So what is going to happen to the medals after this?
Well, competition right to the end. They're all watching nervously. A lovely handstand start with the half turn, the big high Jaeger somersault piked. That same trademark of hitting the handstand and holding it. Piking out with full turn. Oh, and the pike catcher, very difficult. Straight into the Pak Salto. All these moves have their own tariff. They're worth 0.4, 0.5, and that's how she builds the difficulty. Very clean on the turn. Straight into the full twisting double back. She's not given much away there.
That was speedy as well and powerful. She certainly meant business there, Beth.
There is two different